Like I remember I was driving back from uni one time with my boys, and it was a long day. Like I think I woke up at 6, finished uni at like 5. Like it was a long day, like a 9 to 5 kind of day in uni. So I'm in the back now, I'm on Bluetooth, and then I wake up and they're like, bro, what the hell?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like they were like, bro, your music. Like I was like, bro, this song on my phone. They're like, bro, you're off the Bluetooth.
Good morning, good afternoon. We are back here again, the Kasi Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. We have a new special guest with us today, the man himself, Kamzo. How are you, Kamzo?
I'm great, brother. How are you?
Good.
Thanks for having me, brother.
What's the full name? Kamzo
SCP.
STP.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to tell us what that stands for? Or?
SCP. Yeah, why not? So SCP was like my brother's music group back in the day before they wrapped it up. I think they wrapped it up in about 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
And then obviously as a kid, I was just Kamzo SCP. Kamzo STP. Then I put an O in it to spice off a bit. A bit of a little dash.
They're doing a reunion.
They're not. I don't see it happening. You never know. I just feel like everyone's just so old now and like just doing their own thing. Like both of my brothers now, they don't really make music. They just manage artists. So like they're just doing their own thing. Some of them in SCP are still rapping, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day.
So we'll do something a little bit different.
Okay. Nice.
Today.
You love different.
Yeah. So you're gonna be our first guest on this. All right. We're gonna start with a little game. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll start with a little game. We'll see how you do. It's gonna start with word association. So yeah. So I'm gonna reel off some words, and you literally just gotta say the first thing that comes to mind. Don't think about it. Just whatever it is.
Even if it make or break.
Even if it's unrelated, just.
It's gonna be the end of my podcasting career in 2022 in February.
So, food,
drink,
success,
power,
failure,
disappointed,
luxury,
maybe. Luxury, car.
You thought about that. Comfort,
bed,
knowledge,
strength,
style,
Kamzo.
You gotta respect that one a little bit. Drake,
Kanye,
Ronaldo,
the best.
Bessie,
Second best.
So, just a little bit of context for people that don't know. Like we, without actually like being in tune with each other through all these years, we actually go back a while.
We go back a long while, man.
Like
you scared me though.
Why?
When you followed me, right? Yeah. And you followed me off the basis of now you said that you know me, you recognize me a bit, but you followed me off the basis of content, innit?
Yeah.
And I've messaged you straight away. I'm like, hey, bro, like, you know when you just say something because you think that's one thing I do that I need to stop doing because it can't, not like it'll get you in trouble, but it can embarrass you when you just say something because you're so sure you remember something and you just assume someone else remembers it. But you need to remember that not everyone has been the same life as you. Like, you get me? It was a different point. You were going to Chamber Valley Park day in, day out. That was my first and only time. So of course I remember. So for you was like, what? And I was like, I hope I haven't got the wrong guy. This is Usher though. Like,
that time you came to Valley Park Rangers, was that?
Yeah, it was only one time.
Oh, that's why.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It was only one time. It was like I said, it was a hot summer day. Like we came in the morning, the air was just, you know, when the grass is just hot, like it's just hot. It was like a big of it was hot. Weather association, hot. Came train now, you're just sweating. I'm sweating. Like it was just a mad thing. And then you messaged me now. I messaged you. I'm like, yo, you're like, huh? Yeah. I'm like, oh no. I can't have got the wrong guy. And then after you said you remember ish.
Yeah, no, so I did. Like I said to you, like off camera, like I recognized as soon as I saw your thing and it came across me.
Yeah.
I was like, I just didn't know where. Like I couldn't put it together. I was like, where have I seen this guy? So when I followed you, part of it was like, oh, I know I'm familiar with this guy. Yeah. And I was thinking of, because I think before did you message me straight away after?
I think I messaged you straight away.
Because I think there was a bit of time before.
Let's double check rather than just the word. Yeah, I think I messaged you straight away. Oh yeah, no, you said, brother, am I supposed to recognize you from somewhere?
Yeah.
I said, brother, depends what you're thinking. Could be school, could be Valley Park.
Yeah, I remember that. Talk to us about like that stuff, what you do.
Okay.
Keeping up with Kamzo.
Yeah.
And people that I don't know, that are not aware.
So I'm a podcaster, presenter, just a socialite. I think I came into the content game in 2018. So I was a part of a podcast, Unruly Podcast, big up the man them always. And then I think it was a big group. There was like 6-7 of us. And the thing about me, I like control, like 6 schedules and 6 different people, 6 mental health. So it's a bit tough.
That's a lot to be.
Yeah. So as time went on, I think I just broke out of it. And then I started vlogging. I made my YouTube channel in 2019, like March. So I started vlogging, going on holidays, going parties, going concerts, vlogging. So that's how that channel started. And then I think in 2020, I decided to make my own podcast, my own music podcast. And then I recorded 2 episodes, and then the pandemic hit. And just, and it's just like, and you know, one thing I've said to, not to go off topic, but I've always said to people is like, it's not easy doing stuff by yourself. Someone even said it to me the other day. They said to me like, bro, like, it's not easy, you know, like, because you ain't got a team around you. You ain't even got someone that doesn't even record, that has helped you behind closed doors. You're just doing everything yourself. Like, I think of topics. I think I bring the guest. I go to the studio. I pay for everything. So like, the problem with that is no one can carry you, innit? So like, if I feel like, oh no, man, I ain't got money, I don't want to spend money on recording that. No one's gonna tell you go record because you're not part of a team. Whereas if you're part of someone, if you're with someone, they can push you like, nah, bro, I've got you, or let's do this. So someone can always carry someone. So it's very tricky. Then the pandemic hit, which was almost a blessing because you have more free time. I wasn't working and stuff. So I managed to record stuff with like core socials and all these kind of people. And then that's where I'd say it really started kicking in. Like 2021 was that year where it really started kicking in terms of the content game. So that's me, man. Just expect to see more stuff, more podcasting, more presenting, just more bags, hosting this year. Even done a bit of modeling last year. Got another model shoot confirmed for this year as well. It's all sorts, man.
Sick. But 2020 was when it really started to...
2021 was last year was when it really started to kick. Yeah.
What was like the
biting point?
Yeah.
I would say called socials. It was almost scary because I was meant to record an episode with them in December, and I couldn't record because the day they were recording, I was going to Nigeria, and I was scared. I almost didn't want to go to Nigeria. Like, that's because I really wanted to record because I knew what it could have done. But that's just how good works. So I had to go to Nigeria. So I came out now. Then they had another shoot. They said they needed some people. So you had to basically like write up an email, like kind of auditioning. You had a interview on Zoom, done all of that, and then that's when I recorded that. Had a good take there. Then they done another one which was about trap music, and this is where it kicked off because you had a viral moment because of something I've said that to the naked ear sounded very outrageous, but I've broken it down so many different times now. People understand, and then when that went viral, that's when it just started kicking in. That's when I started off the record. That's when I started jumping on other podcasts and stuff.
So, A Brief Seat with Kamzo, that is predominantly
a music podcast. Yeah.
And what is that? Current topics?
Not necessarily, no.
It could be about...
Yeah, I think current topics are a bit boring.
Yeah.
I like to talk about music. Obviously, we will talk about current topics on this project, but me, I like to talk about music as a whole. So like my last episode that I just recorded, one of the questions were, what's that song that everybody knows and that sings at parties that you just don't know or you just don't really like?
It's that, for me, it's that, there's a TikTok dance to it. 777 and an Addy.
Yeah.
I don't know, to this day, I don't know who
I don't get it. Yeah, that's what's happening now.
I just saw a TikTok video, and I was like, the song's catchy, but I'm not with the dance and that, but the song's catchy, and I hear it around everywhere now. I still don't know who the artist is.
That's what I'm saying. I think for me, mine was Bedrock. So I was like, people were like, what? I was like, yeah, like for some reason, I don't know if I missed it when it came out.
What, Bedrock,
yeah, like
Young Money.
Yeah, Young Money, bro. I was like, I'll be at a party, or I'll be like at a party, everyone's singing like, yeah, Kamzo sing Drake. So I'm just like,
what?
Bro, I don't know. Like,
as
so,
in what, I
just don't know. Maybe because I was in Nigeria, for example, when it came
way.
out. But there's loads of songs that came out when I was in Nigeria that I came back and I still managed to hear. But that's one of them that I missed.
My issue with Bedrock is like, that was just
iconic,
it came on TV like every day. Like,
yeah, that's what I was saying.
Like, when that came so came, you couldn't change channel. You just couldn't.
It's a big tune still.
So music conversation. Like me and Simba had spoke a bit about music. I listen to like bare music.
Yeah.
I've heard some, nothing that comes to mind now, but I remember like going through your stuff and I heard some wild takes.
Okay.
with music. So you're a fan of Gunna.
Yeah.
His album came out recently.
And
you was waiting for it because I remember you posted something about all his projects.
Yeah, all the drip seasons.
Right. And how many had he had?
This is the 4th one. Yeah.
His best one?
DS3.
His best one was DS3.
Yeah. The green one.
Why not?
The one that just came out.
Yeah.
The one that just came out wasn't all that. That's just how music is, isn't it? Like, you're always gonna enjoy your first of everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that was the first Gunna product I ever heard.
Right. That's true.
So it's like there's that nostalgia factor. Do you know what I mean? But even just like, I can't even just say that because the songs on there were very, very good. Do you know what I mean? But DS4 was just okay. There's a few bangers on there. which is alright for me.
And it's funny because everybody like goes around saying that Pusha P, but I don't think a lot of people really understand. Like,
it's not even that great of a song.
Yeah.
It's decent. Don't get me wrong, but it's very bland. It's a bland song. Like it's just very monotone.
I can see why
Someone will like it.
Yeah, like why
it's provocative. It's provocative. Like in terms of like when you keep hearing the P, like that's how the brain works. Like there was, I think someone said it when I was on the podcast recently. I think P in terms of words was used over like 60, 70 times in that song.
What? No.
Yeah.
Maybe that was something they
done intentionally. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So stuff like that will linger in your mind. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's like I said, it was a decent project. It was okay for me.
I don't know why.
Did you like it?
I don't know why Gunna, Baby, Little Baby, that like what are we calling that?
Trap.
That would trap. It doesn't do it for me.
Oh, so what kind of music do you listen to? Are you a neo soul kind of guy?
Oh, bro, I'm a bit of everything. I won't lie. You look at my music library like you, because I believe like someone's music library will tell you like, what you need to know about them. You look at my music library, you'll be baffed.
Are you them kind of guys like? Are you like, for example, like me? I can't fall asleep on the aux. My phone on shuffle. It's not safe. I've done it before. For example, like I remember I was driving back from uni one time with my boys, and it was a long day. Like I think I woke up at 6, finished uni at like 5. Like it was a long day, like a 9 to 5 kind of day in uni. So I'm in the back now, I'm on Bluetooth, and then I wake up and they're like, bro, what the hell?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
They were like, bro, your music, like I was like, bro, this song on my phone. They're like, bro, you're off the Bluetooth. Yeah, mate, that's how my library is.
You can't have it on shuffle because a couple songs gonna be. No, I know what you mean. For first second, I was like, where you going? But I understood. Yeah, no, you can't. I'm like that too. Like, first of all, like, I'm a bit OCD with my stuff, so like everything's not just like on a like songs playlist. Like everything is in like albums and playlists.
Yeah.
So I know where I'm gonna go with what I want to listen to. But yeah, I'm like that too. Like I can't, like, you can't go into my top 25 music and because you're gonna have like 7, 8, 9 different genres.
100%.
But like my first thing, obviously, like just who we are, demographic. My first thing is hip hop and rap. If I have to give my top 3, I'm giving like my top 3 artists right now. I'm going Kano's my top.
Yeah.
Then there's like Dave and J. Cole.
Oh, okay.
So they're like my 3.
I think, I was saying this yesterday, Dave, man. He's really carrying the flag for this country.
Oh, he's for our generation, bro. Like,
he's the best.
Like, I remember listening to this guy. Well, not the first time I listened to him, but I remember hearing, I forgot what song it was, but I really went into that mixtape. I forgot what it's called now, but it's the one with the One and No track in it, the EP.
6 Paths.
Yes, I remember listening to that. And of course, the big song that everybody got on him was the One and No remix with Drake.
Great, yeah.
And then he had Panic Attack, which again was cold.
71.
71 was cold. And then I remember hearing that and just hearing how he goes off on that. And just thinking like, already you just get the feeling of this guy is not like...
He's a different
kind of different kind of breed.
Yeah, of course.
And then you see him grow up and you see him... I see the way he talks about some of his stuff and I'm like...
It's deep.
Yeah, me being the kind of person I am, I'm like, yo, I respect this guy. Like some things that I may feel... Like that's probably my biggest thing with artists that I love, like, because they can put things that I feel just in like in a sonic
resonate.
Yeah, sonically, like put it sonically beautifully, like on a piece of paper with rhymes and raps, a way that I could never do it. So that's probably why them 3 probably are my first like 3, because they can put things in a way that sounds so amazing and it's how I feel, but I just could never articulate it that way.
Facts.
So yeah, that's why I think Dave's like, because he's our age, our generation, and he's spitting the kind of way you would think.
He's amazing, man. He's amazing.
Kano will spit.
Kano's cold as well. Kano broke out when I was young.
Ridiculous. Like his last album is my number 1 album ever.
Oh wow.
Number 1 album. Hoodies All Summer is my number 1 album. Like without fail for me.
I like the song with Kojo Funds.
And it's funny because obviously Kano was like way back in the day. And obviously you see like P's and Q's, shit like that, you see it when it's on TV. Like when you was younger.
Yeah, night.
And yeah, exactly, like even that, it's only when I got back into it, I was like, oh crap, like he was on this. Yeah. Because I only really remember the white guy.
The Streets.
Yeah, I only remember him, Skinner and that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Made in the Manor.
Oh, okay.
Kano's the album before Hoodies All Summer.
Yeah.
I was on YouTube, like just doing stuff, like just looking at music.
Made in the Manor is the tune with Gigs in it.
Yes, Gigs is on one of them. Yeah. I don't think that's the song name, but he's on one of them songs.
I'm trying to think. Well, what's the name? What's the name of the song? I'm doing like a diary at Rude Boy.
It's on one of them songs.
Yeah.
And there's a tune on there called Ends, and it was like the single of the of the thing, but it's like way more of like a chilled, mellow, just rap.
Yeah.
And I heard that and I was just like...
You're like mind blown.
I was like, just what am I listening to right now?
Insane.
So, there's something else I want to get into, okay?
Go on.
Another little game. We'll see how we do.
Doing well. Done well the first one, innit?
You done well the first one. You came up there's some sick answers. Beauty, you said females. I respect that.
They should say Kamzo.
Stan, you said Kamzo. I was like, fair enough. I probably would have said me as well. Say no more. So, the next one's a would you rather game.
Okay.
Would you rather? I'm going to say two things, and you just got to say which one you'd rather. Okay. And if you feel so strongly about it, say why.
Okay.
All right. So, don't do a few, not bare. First one, we're gonna go for a Ghana or a little baby.
Little baby.
I thought you were gonna say Ghana.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why I thought you were gonna say Ghana.
I had this conversation as well for me, and it was like but the last time I said it, someone was like, "What?" But it makes sense when I started explaining. I said Ghana and little baby for me is like Messi and Ronaldo, not in terms of talent, but in terms of like how because 1 minute I'm on one side, the other minute I'm on another side. Recently I've been strongly with Ronaldo. Same way recently I've been strongly with little baby.
Because you joined Man United, but that's fine.
I'm probably a bit biased. I won't lie, but I feel like this little baby's just a bit more versatile. That's it. Yeah. He can give me more. Yeah. Whereas Ghana can't. He just does the same thing, but he does it well. So yeah.
Fairs. All right, but we go to the next one. We've got Rashford or Martial.
That's a very tricky question, you know. I actually don't know. I'm trying to think. Like at their best, like do you know what? Because when you think about it, like cool. When Martial broke out 15.
I was so upset when you man took it because I'm Arsenal. Arsenal. I was when you man took him. I was so pissed because I thought he was going to go off. Like I thought this guy was young Thierry Henry.
Okay, I've got to give it to Rashford because they both broke out the same way. Like they both broke out very well. Like, do you know what I mean? Like Rashford, he broke out. Yep, scored in all these debuts. Same thing. Like, and then Martial broke out very well. But in terms of longevity, he's carried it longer. You got to give it to Rashford. Rashford has really elevated. Yeah, Martial had a bit of stagnancy.
I'll give it to Rashford too. I stopped respecting Martial a little bit a while ago.
Yeah. He had a decent season 2 seasons ago. During the pandemic, he was really, really scoring. I think he was our top goal scorer at one point. Him and Rashford combined had like 30 plus. I don't know.
No way.
Yeah, like he was really scoring. Like he was playing when he was playing up front. He was playing up front. We didn't have a striker. He was playing up front. Yeah, and then Rashford was playing on the wing, and he was scoring. But then when the next season hit, I think that's because we signed a new striker. Yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't clicking.
All right, last one. Big one, huge one. Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac for me.
I respect that.
Yeah, Tupac for me. Not a lot of people say that.
That's easy for me. What? It's Tupac all day.
No, people are scared.
Like, why would you be scared?
Like people, because do you know what it is with people sometimes? People like to support the underdog. I'm not saying Biggie's the underdog, but remember Tupac was the biggest star. So like for me, like bold, like nose piercing, he was in a lot of stuff, a lot of passer. He had a lot to him. He was very outspoken. So they feel like all of that stuff watered down his music, but it really did not. Like he's so versatile. He's got the best diss track of all time in the whole world. No one's ever got a diss track better than that. No one will ever.
It is
that.
Wild.
No one
it's
can
a
ever
wild diss track.
He started the first 5 seconds. You're just thinking, what? When he must have made that in the studio, they must have been thinking, yo.
People there must be like, whoa. It is a wild diss track. Like even the end when he's just talking.
Oh my goodness.
Like the shit he says is like,
T-Pack is when that song comes on, that's the only diss track you hear in a party.
But the beat for Biggie's one is ridiculous.
What?
Who shot you?
No, he shot
the beat. The beat is
it doesn't
crazy.
Compare. He shot you is decent, but it doesn't compare.
But yeah, for me, I always say Tupac because like one of the biggest things for me, and I think I spoke about this like a long time ago. One of the biggest things for me with music is like, what are you trying to tell me? Like, what are you
trying to convey?
Right. With this platform that you have, this project that you're going to release out into the world. Like, what is the one? If this was your only like introduction to the world, what are you trying to put out there?
What's your favorite Tupac song?
I don't think I can even go for a favorite Tupac song. I don't think I can.
I've got 2, but
if like gun to my head, it might be I Ain't Mad At Ya. Gun to my head, but like I wouldn't even wanna. Yeah, or project because there's like certain things I love from a certain project, and others I don't really resonate with.
Yeah.
And then from another project, there's certain things I love.
Yeah.
So even project, I don't think I would even say a project because I'd be missing out something.
Yeah,
that was,
no, I can't pick a project, but I think
if I
I've
had
got a few songs.
if I say two, I'll probably say I Ain't Mad At You and Keep Your Head Up.
Yeah.
And some sort of cliche ones because those are the bigger ones that people know.
Yeah.
But just how I heard them and where I was when I was a kid, and like my grandma used to like drive me to school and like like two of our aunts, she used to drive us to school, like my mum's younger sisters, and she used to have this like sort of playlist in the car that would just go on and on and on, and like it got to the point like there must have been like maybe 15, 20, 30 songs, like almost like an album. And it got to the point like when the song comes on in the playlist, you know what level, what point of the playlist that song is. And for some reason, Brenda's Got a Baby was on that playlist.
I've never.
So I just like always grew up knowing that song and like the bars. What I didn't necessarily understand what was bad at that point.
Yeah.
But when I got older a little bit, I understood.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole story, how we took it to the record and they were saying we're not sure about this. Yeah, I didn't know that stuff specifically.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nuts. Even it being based on a true story, whatever. It's mad.
If we go back to A Brief Seat with Kamzo, talk about that. What's new in the plans? What we got coming in 2021?
In terms of that, just making more content. To be honest, bringing in more guests. I like recording with more people because you get more opinions.
Yeah.
Like I normally just recorded like one person, or like two, but my last episode was there was 5 of us.
No way.
Like 4 guests.
That's a debate.
Yeah, so it was nice. It was just like you feel like this, you feel like that. Like, do you know what I mean? So
it'll be cool to get that in.
What?
To get the both, to get
episodes
where there's a few of you.
Yeah. Because it makes it more. Sometimes just like when there's like one of you, when there's only 2 of you, sorry, it's more. What's what I'm looking for? It's more emotional, kind of. It's just 2. But when there's a lot of you, it's just like you said, it's like a debate. It's a bit more rowdy.
You get some wild takes.
Different spectrums. People are lined different. It's interesting still. I can't lie. But in terms of that, just more episodes. Should be having a live show soon. Should be having a live show.
A live show.
Yeah, a live show in the middle of the year. Yeah, so it'll be like a live debate, a few questions, a few music games, a few stuff in general. So it should be good.
That's sick. How do you plan to do that? Do you have any solid plans in place?
In terms of so I've been to a few live shows. That's what I would do. Go to live shows, look at some venues, see how I like it. But in terms of the plan in place, once I find the perfect venue and I find the dates, so like the guests can make it as well, and I find a date that's good for me, we'll run it. It doesn't need to be a lot of people, probably like the 70 to 100 people. Nice little intimate setting, and we run from there.
Who you said you got one coming out. You said earlier you recorded one already.
Yeah, I recorded one, but I recorded one dropped last week Sunday, and I recorded one on Thursday, and that should be coming out probably like sometime next week. I'll see how I feel. But yeah, that was with 2 females, 2 women. Sorry, I've been told that we can't say female anymore. 2 women. I found out that female. I found out female is an adjective. It's not a word. Like it's not a term. It's an adjective apparently. Do you know that?
Say females.
Yeah, no, apparently you can't. Like female means like a female this, a female that. Do you get me? Like a female dog or a female this. It's not like you can't just say female. Apparently it's women or girls. That's what I found out when I recorded that episode. It was nuts. But 2 women in the industry, 2 bloggers. One of them, her name is Naz from Newham, and the other one, her name is C. Valentina. So yeah, that was a nice episode.
Was that one? Is that the one you released that week, or was that one?
No, the one I released before was I shot that with two girls, Adama, Lizzie. They're rappers. They're a rapping duo. Yeah. And then I recorded it with M Brown as well, who's an artist, and I was his manager. So there was all 4 of us, all 5 of us, sorry. And that was a nice one. So they're all from ends. So they're all like from Erith, Slate Green sides.
Fairs.
Yeah, so it was a nice one.
Fairs. All right, we're looking forward to that. So
what's next in works for you though? Before you move on,
would
you ever have a live show?
Probably, maybe at some point in the future. I ain't looking at it now. I ain't looking at it in the near future, but at some point that will be something to try out. We did speak a little bit about it as well, how we do that. But yeah, we're not looking at that now. But yeah, it's just keeping at it because 2020 was the first year we went full on being consistent with stuff.
And it feels good, doesn't it?
It does, man, because things like you said earlier, things can be stressful, things can be long, but at the end when you look at it,
it's a beautiful
the numbers, it's like, you know what,
growth,
and then just about being patient. So yeah, it's the same thing, really, same theme for this year. We're going through doing better stuff, new guests, new conversations, just getting games better. Yeah. New little bits. All right, we've got a last little bit. Speaking of games,
Cool, good.
we're gonna roll up some questions to you, general questions. Okay, some are gonna be to you, like your individual, and then some are just gonna be general questions.
Yeah.
like, and you got to answer right.
Yeah.
The aim of the game is you gotta get through as many questions as you can, quick fire questions, and the ones that you get right that are general, the way there's answers to, those count as points. All right. So at the end, we're gonna find out how many you got right, how many questions we got through, and there's gonna be a leaderboard. So you're gonna be the first one on our leaderboard.
Wow. So I'm gonna be at the top basically.
You're gonna be at the top. You're gonna be at the top.
That's about what I get.
You get to the top at least for like
Couple of weeks.
a couple of weeks before the next one comes out.
I'm gonna stay there though. Don't worry.
To be fair, listen, the next guy we're bringing on, he's quite smart. So I don't know. One more thing. You've got 60 seconds.
Okay.
60 seconds, right? That's a key part.
Yeah.
I don't have the rules here. 60 seconds to get through as many questions as you can.
Yeah.
Answer as many as you can.
Yeah.
If you don't know it, say pass.
Yeah.
Etc. Yeah?
Yeah.
First question. What is the capital city of England?
London.
Correct. What's your favorite color?
Red.
Dog, cat, or neither?
Neither.
How many centimeters in a meter?
100.
Correct. Who is the current prime minister?
Boris Johnson.
Who is the current president of USA?
Joe Biden.
Correct.
Yeah.
How many boroughs in London?
32.
Correct. What river goes through London?
The River Thames.
Correct. What continent is Australia in?
The Oceanic.
Correct. What year was the moon landing?
Say that again, sorry?
What year was the moon landing?
Pass.
What? How many colors in a rainbow?
Pass.
7. What is the capital city of Germany?
Frankfurt.
Berlin.
Berlin. Camille.
How many teeth does an adult human have?
24.
32.
Oh,
What is a group of lions called?
I heard.
Pride.
That
Time.
was interesting.
No, you did it right. That was the first time, and everyone else is lucky because they get to see you do it.
Yeah.
And they're
They're
gonna be
gonna
like,
prep,
oh,
gonna revise.
and revise.
Gonna go through their general facts.
Yeah, you got to revise before you come on here. No, but some answers here I was shocked by as well. Like, I didn't know how many boroughs there were in London. I was surprised you knew.
It just hit me randomly.
I was surprised you knew.
I knew there was 32.
But no, Kamzo, man, I appreciate you coming through.
Oh, Baroshi, man.
I appreciate
Always.
you coming down.
Always, man. I appreciate the call up.
I want to have a good chat with you. I see you do a lot of stuff.
Thank you.
Making movements. Always getting big.
Of course.
Your page is always coming up.
Of course.
So, all I can say is keep doing that. Tell people where to find your stuff and how to get hold of you.
Me, Kamzo SEP on all socials. So that's Instagram, Twitter, keeping up with Kamzo on Instagram. That's like my safe space where I post all my content. A lot of music related stuff, sometimes just general stuff. So yeah, follow that page. You'll see that. KUWK Lookbook. It's my fashion page, not run by me though, but that's like my fashion page where I just post outfits, sometimes mine, sometimes friends, and sometimes just outfits worn. For example, there's like a gala, for example, we'll post.
Say no more.
Yeah, so you can follow that. All of those links are in my Instagram bio, and then the link tree. Click on the link tree. Watch some content. See the latest vlog. Part of my latest vlog is my birthday, and the latest episode is the episode I just recorded, episode 4. So yeah,
guys, man, tune in with Kamzo. Brief seat with Kamzo.
you know the vibes.
Check it out. See what you think. We appreciate you coming down.
The Kasi Podcast. I'm
Appreciate
excited.
you coming down. The Kasi Podcast. People tune in with Kamzo. Let him know. Watch his stuff. Let him know what you thought. Appreciate you coming down, Kamzo, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Well, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Make sure you're liking. Make sure you're subscribing, sharing. We appreciate that. We appreciate the support. And we'll leave you to it. Have a good morning. Have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe. Stay sweet. Stay street.
KVM Productions. KVM Productions.